Seal, you go first.
Thank you. Thank you very much, mate.
You are a big man.
So they say, yeah, but you're not quite so short yourself. So,
Well, let's test it, shall we?
all right then.
Okay, that's bat. We'll have to let the audience decide. Okay, shall we sit? New album out.
Yep, Commitment. 6 Commitment, it's called.
Okay, here we go.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Seal is your real name.
Seal Henry Samuel.
Yes, it's a long name.
A little bit, yeah. Hence Seal.
Do you have any Seal-like qualities?
Seal-like qualities? Not really, none that I can think of.
Do you have a philosophy, a life philosophy?
Yes, it's not what it's going to be, it's what it is now.
Are you idealistic?
Very much so, although with a touch of realism.
Is it fair to say you had quite a difficult childhood?
Challenging, but in some strange way functional in its dysfunction.
So how did you make it so big? You've described your success, I think, as meteoric.
The belief in the power of creative thought and visualization.
Is there a message in your music?
Yes, live life to your fullest.
Do you enjoy the process of making music?
Absolutely, I enjoy the process of writing the song. The time of the moment when the song first comes is the best thing about music for me.
So, when you're in the studio,
yes,
is that a more exciting bit?
No,
than when you're on the stage.
That's the least exciting bit. I find studios to be the most uncreative environment to be in. So I never write in studios. To me, studio is just a utility process that you have to go through in order to make the record. But I don't like studios as a rule. I love performing live.
Are you a perfectionist?
I don't think I am, but everyone keeps saying I am.
I've heard you talk about, or seen you write about, the rush you get when you hear your music on the radio. I've heard you pull over.
That happened once. It's not so. I wouldn't really describe it as a rush. It's more of just a really good feeling, but it's not really a rush. No, because I can't enjoy it so much. I have to I keep critiquing it.
If we take musical influences out of the equation, what motivates you to write, or what inspires you?
The song. That's there are 2 things I care about most in music: the song and the voice. But primarily it's the song. What motivates me to make music is the chance that I actually might wake up and write a great song.
Do you feel there's been a musical progression in your career?
I would hope so.
Do you enjoy working with other people? Do you enjoy the teamwork?
That's the third thing that I love in music. The collaborative aspect of it is something that is just paramount for me. I love it.
What's it like, put very simply, living in LA?
Well, I've been there for 20 years, so if I said anything other than really great, it'd be hypocritical. It's great.
How do you hold on to your Britishness, though, living in the States?
Well, there's the old adage, you can take the boy out of Britain, but you never take Britain out of the boy. So I don't think, I think when you're born in this country, I don't think you ever lose it.
Do you keep in touch with what's going over here in the news?
I try to. I mean, there's not really much point in trying to keep in touch through news in California because they're quite insular in their coverage of what's happening around the world.
You're famously part of a very public couple, a celebrity couple. You're married to Heidi Klum, the model, entrepreneur.
Mr. Klum, they've called me Mr. Klum.
What's that like? What's it like bringing up a family, being married in the public spotlight?
It can be challenging, but not really for us, for the kids. You try and keep some sense of normalcy for the children. I mean, you try and teach them the values of what they have and what they're fortunate enough to have. Great education, great living environment, etc. But for us, it's we're very fortunate in that we had this kind of life that we never had growing up as kids.
Is it true that you proposed to Heidi in an igloo?
In a quinsy, which is kind of like an igloo. An igloo sits on top of the snow. A quinsy is built in the snow. But it was about 12,800 feet.
And you renew your vows
yearly.
Yearly?
Annually, yeah.
And what's the reason for that?
It's just an excuse to get drunk and have a good party. So they understood. No, it keeps us straight. It keeps us. It just reminds us of the people that we fell in love with.
You've got a lot of celebrity friends or acquaintances, is that fair to say?
Not a lot. I mean, you live in LA and it's Tinseltown, isn't it? So, I mean, if in those kind of circles, you're bound to meet other people.
And you know some sports stars. Are you sporty yourself?
Am I sporty? Frustrated sportsman. I mean, if I wasn't a musician, I'd love to have been an athlete. But yeah, I love sport. I'm much more impressed when I meet sports athletes than musicians.
If you had to choose between rugby, football and cricket, which would it be?
Rugby. Because I love American football.
Did you play rugby when you were little?
No, I didn't. But then I've learned to appreciate rugby.
And that...
Is that it?
That's it. I think it would be quite fun to meet you on the rugby field.
You played rugby, didn't you?
I did play a bit of rugby, but it would be very scary as well because you're a big man. Good to see you.
I could talk sport all day.
Really good to see you.
Good to see you too.